Alright, you're watching Gangnam Style versus GFM Highlander mix. It's EU Silver, Season 9 of UGC. We're on week 2. This is CP Croissant. This is the second half. GFM are already 2-0 up. So it's going to be an uphill struggle for us. This is just my medic point of view. Going to be talking about, what good plays we've done, what bad things we've done, how it's affected the match. And just basically sort of like a little kind of tutorial for lower level medics or lower level players. Still worth doing demo reviews if you're interested in actually improving your gameplay. There's a lot of things that I learned while I'm doing these. But yeah, let's just go ahead and watch the rollouts. If you don't know what our soldier's doing here, about how he's meleeing our players. The weapon he's using is called the disciplinary reaction, and when you hit a teammate with it, both you and they get a speed boost. So he's able to whip a heavy, and I think when you whip a heavy, he runs just slower than like a scout would or something. Now he runs about the same speed as a normal player, but combined with the gloves of running urgently, then he will run at about scout speed. That's pretty important to use. Unfortunately, the mid fight isn't going as well for us as we'd like to, so I have to move over to the right side on the flank. The soldier gets airblasted off the edge, and then I ended up getting surrounded by a scout and a sniper. I probably could, scout and spy rather. I probably could have survived if I'd just gone for the health pack, but I decided to try and be smart and go for an Uber saw instead. And it just doesn't work. This isn't a pub, you can't get away with that kind of thing. I should have just gone for the health pack and run away. Because instead now, their medic has Uber. We've just seen him. One of the death cams. He actually has 100%, and we're on no percent. So we're pretty much in trouble here. We're only about a minute and a half in. We're already holding second. They popped their Uber though, which helps us. We haven't actually lost too many players. So we think that, yeah, we can take this back. We also managed to pick their sniper there. Gangnam, our demo man, that manages to kill the sniper, which is a huge pick on this map. I mean, the sight lines on this map are insane. Like, from where our sniper is there, he manages to look pretty much on the point, and he manages to block the door. So it just makes it so much harder to push if you know they have a sniper, and it's so much easier once you manage to take him out. Again, our spy managed to keep the sniper down again. That's the level of sort of focus that you need to have. Fortunately, we know that we have Uber, we can just go right in. Fortunately, that pyro does manage to pretty much deny us for quite a while. We do manage to eventually work through. At this point, they called, but I'm pretty sure that it was fake. Fortunately, it wasn't, so I remember being quite surprised that they would actually have it. So they must have been building really fast.
The control point is being contested.
Again, the sniper goes down, and also the medic goes down. Yeah, Art goes down, which is pretty huge. We also see a buff banner, which you don't actually see very often, but in this case it does sort of work out because we've got a soldier getting the boost, a demo man getting the boost, and then so is our heavy. And it actually pays quite off. That I did want to crossbow a heavy, but I actually changed loadouts during the last half, and I had the overdose equipped, which is kind of sad in that regard. I just wasted some time when I could have actually been a lot more useful.
I am fully charged.
Maybe Uber, and we're actually managed to take second, and we get another sniper pick.
Time has been added.
Since this round started, we've had about 4 or 5 sniper picks, and this has been the most successful round that we've had. Our pushes have actually worked. We decided to go for a push below. We don't normally consider this kind of thing, but we push in separate directions, which isn't better. So he takes a lot of damage that he wouldn't have had to. And also our heavy takes quite a while to get up here. In fact, he doesn't actually make it. But he does actually back out, so that works out a lot better for him. Even though we got the point very, very close to cap, they're just going to have to sit on it for quite a while. Even though they're going to send somebody to go and cap the point, it's not like they can do a huge amount. They can't send their entire team in favour of a back cap. Yeah, and we're just able to take up our old position because they wouldn't push forward and they wouldn't hold new ground. Doing okay here, getting a few picks, and we get another sniper. So we just said, right, okay, sniper's down, we can actually walk forward now. Unfortunately, we didn't really bargain on this kind of annoying, choky little door. We pretty much need an Uber to be able to push in through here, because their pyro just holds us back. Pretty much single-handedly. But, well, I think that's a wipe from our team, except for me. I hear our engineers up somewhere, but yeah, we could have done that much better. Maybe if we just waited for the Uber, but
The control point is being captured.
we know that we have it now. But we do lose second in exchange for that. What they called then, Alvida saying, is you normally associate that with the crits. So I just immediately counterbox thinking I don't want to eat a crit sticky. I don't exactly know how he did that. I think there must be a voice command for it, but that was pretty good meta game from him there. That completely fooled me. We decided that if we're in a losing fight there, they have the high ground. And we have nobody up there, but our Depth Man shows up. And because of him offering the support, he can push them back. It means that we have all the scope to just walk straight back up. Our sniper picks the heavy, which we spoke about in the first half. That's a key pick for this team. Every team has sort of like players who they rely on more, players who carry them to an extent, really. And like in our team, I'd say it's probably our demo man. But in this team, it's their heavy. I think at one point during the first half, he had about 6 dominations. And their play is very much centered around him. So if you can pick him, that's brilliant. We also managed to pick their sniper again, which is a key pick because of the map. And that's where we're doing so much better in this round compared to the first half. Also have the Suba, and we're just sitting on second. Even though we've only got one person on the point, it's not like it's being contested and everyone falls back. Seems like we can just walk right in. Their medic was also forced to pop and just goes off flying. Everyone just walks off and deals with him. The sniper goes down again. We have Uber. There is nothing that can stop us. We just walk in. Uber on the point just to sort of kill whoever's there. And even though Uber blocks the captures, they do actually manage to put up quite a bit of resistance. Their pyro air blasting people off. So I'm quite glad that I actually did that. It's better to Uber in and kill the other team and then cap the point than risking capping the point about 5 seconds earlier and having it blow up in your face. We have another bog standard rollout, really. A demo man is actually quite slow to mid this time, but we actually get to arrive as a team. As opposed to the very first round where we used the sticky jumper. Yeah. I fake as the usual crit thing, but then I hear the same thing back. I don't actually expect it to happen, but they do have crits. But we managed to back out early. Even if you don't honestly believe that they are using crits, it can still cause enough sort of hesitation. But this is brilliant play from their heavy here. He knows that he's going to die. He's got an Uber demo man in his face, and he just body blocks me. And if we had managed to go forward, we could have actually done a lot more. Hang on. Should take the yogurt. He did some actual great work during this match. Fortunately, this is pretty stupid on our behalf. Their soldier is healed by their medic, just walks up to me and kills me, but which we probably should have looked out for, but our sniper does manage to actually equalise and kill their medic as it happens. So both teams are down a medic. And at the time they were running crits, but I'm pretty sure they actually change.
Medic! Medic!
And now I'm just waiting for somebody to spawn with me. I could just walk up, but most times it's just faster to wait. We're also running crits now, because I felt that after they used crits, after a whole half of using Uber, they would just go back to using the Uber again. I felt the crits was a one-time deal for them, so I felt like us going crits would actually get us an advantage. Unfortunately, we don't manage to actually use it very fast. You know, we're just sitting around holding it really. This is quite a bad play from us. Fortunately, I don't mind to show up. I feel like I actually have a strong target with it. See, we still haven't actually used this crits, and I kind of wish that we had. Also, nobody was watching that fight there. Pretty bad for us. See, our Doman then dies. And it's like, great, I've been using this crits, I've been holding it, now what am I going to do with it? Do end up giving it to the soldier, I think. That's only because we were threatened, and while we do get 2 picks of it, we get a pyro and a demo man. We probably could have got a lot more with that if me and our own demo had actually just gone forward and used it quickly. We also hoarded it for a long time, and we know that they actually have their Uber. So we're at pretty much at a big disadvantage now. So the buff banner gets popped again, we managed to get a few picks. I don't actually know where they are and I don't feel quite comfortable just walking through that choke point. So I just call out for people to meet me, now Heavy and Pyro show up. Yeah, unfortunately this bottom push doesn't work out very well for us at the moment. However, we have the crits and we decide that rather than wait for them forever, we decide to actually just go in and see what we can do. We also decide that we're going to be complete fools. Just go for crits pyro. While we do cause a lot of panic, we do manage to actually force an Uber. We get the Heavy down, and then Jed's able to port.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
I think this is me going back to Uber now with a loadout change.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Yeah. And this here is ridiculous play. A sniper goes through the teleporter, and Gerard is their team, but then doesn't actually tell me that it's not safe to go through the tele. I mean, he even headshots somebody, like he headshots their scout. If that was called, actually our engineer probably should have known as well, but that was just sloppy.
Time has been added.
Got another case where Scout manages to bit the sniper again, and that explains why having a much easier time. Unfortunately, we're back at the choke point, and from this place you can actually see all three entrances. It's the only three ways that they can push through. You can hold them all from this spot, really. This Uber, and it's okay to hold it when it's actually just Uber. If this were crits, I'd want to be pushing, but we were actually tempted to just sit back for a bit, and then we realised, wait, they're actually up. It's 2-1 to them. We have, see, I'm checking the scoreboard for the time, and it's like we have 14 minutes left. And then it's our choice. I mean, we can either wait the 8 minutes for the round to reset and we have a mid fight again, but that will leave us with 6 minutes then to get 2 points. We're not sure that we want to do that. See, I'm hitting the scoreboard pretty often now, just checking who's up, can we go in, what's going on, how much time do we have left. I'm basically checking the player advantage, the main thing, and we don't have it, which is why we're not going in. I have to just sit here and try and hold the area, but it's not working out very well for us. Fortunately, they managed to pop their Uber, and we just get out. And they don't get much for it. I mean, they get second, but judging by the player advantage at the time, they were going to get it anyway. So we, you know, as far as I feel, they just popped their Uber for nothing. And now we're back at our favourite choke point on this whole map. It's just, Sniper stands there and he can block the entire place by himself. I don't put much of my position in there. I do take a little bit of damage, but I figure that's a bad spot. I did call the spy there, but for some reason everybody else turns around, but he still manages to get a pick.
The control point is being captured.
Unfortunately, while I do manage to just got a point to stand on it for a bit, that's when they use their own Uber, and that's pretty much it. That's all she wrote.
You failed.
That puts them at 3-1. It was a pretty well played round by them. Can't quite remember what we do on this rollout so far. We've been going for a split combo tactic. I think this round, yeah. I decided that this round I'm going to go right with a heavy. Fortunately, I don't manage to come with us. These guys quite early on. But then our heavy gets headshot as well. And this is just a case where we can just get out. I mean, we've lost our heavy, we've lost our demo man. It's just, this fight is an uphill struggle now, and we should just back out rather than wiping. And then our sniper goes down, and we know how important he is on that map. So I just sit on last, and just wait for people to meet me. And hopefully we can put together a good defense on second. I called the obvious buy, and he failed to get the backstab.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Well, ultimately, I'm not told of what's going on at the fight, so I just decide to back off. Although if I had Ubered our pyro there, we could have held him.
Time has been added.
This is just a case where all I can do is Uber on the point.
On the point.
And while we block it, we did end up giving away second.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
This is a case where if our pyro actually had his microphone working yet, then we probably could have saved it, but he did say in chat it should have popped him, and I should have, it would have been the better play. But I didn't know if he would have taken it.
Medic!
At this point I'm trying to urge our team to actually push under. We haven't, neither team have actually pushed under. On this side of the map anyway, actually. We pushed under once and we had a bit of a fail on it, but they haven't come through. We haven't pushed back through when we've been holding it, so we decided to try it. Unfortunately we get choked out pretty early. It's just not a very viable way to push. And we lose a lot of players right here.
The control point
So
is
let's
being
get to try and
captured.
go for the cap. Even while I shoot the scout, they just do it right in, and I think they take it here.
Contested.
Yeah, I have a 10-second respawn time, we've wiped, and they just, that's it. So that's 4-1 to them. And we're calling GG, we have 9 minutes left. We have to win 3 rounds to force it to a golden cap, and in 9 minutes on this map, we just don't see how it's going to happen. So, again, this round we try something different. Decided to go with that heavy on the left hand side and just play a lot more aggressive, because if we need to... If there's not going to be any chance of us actually winning, then we need to play as aggressive as possible. We just need to go in and just crush everything really. We don't have time to play passively. Fortunately here, with this, I didn't want to face dropping it, but... That's by just standing in the way. Yeah. And that play just starts to fall apart.
Doc, come on, man!
Time has been added.
Yeah, and even though I think we do manage to push out, yeah, a little bit, it's just we spent more time in this position than anywhere else in the map. I don't know how you feel about this map, but I really wish that point was just. But we do manage to go in. We actually have quite a few interesting picks. Kids get to go in. We nearly have the Uber, but we only have 6 minutes left, and we're currently at 4-1 now. They Ubered there? No. Well, I think they have it. Fortunately, we do manage to get the heavy. I take some damage, but I have a sandwich, and yeah, the medics popped it. They don't seem to actually come up with it. They use it really defensively as a way to escape. So we decide to go in. See the sniper and just immediately sink to the wall. And I give it to our down man just to see if he wants to like go for a free jump with it, but he decides not to.
Time has been added.
The buff banner actually does quite a bit of work, but it's still not an overcharge. There's only so much we can do with it. And I don't consider going back in, but we decided against this now. See the sniper? Immediately just stick behind him. And Downman would rather actually just jump over than just walk. He'd rather make the shot more difficult for the sniper. And then he manages to just walk in and pick him. We have Aruba, we know that there isn't a sniper. And we can pop right through in here. Flash both people through, and just strolling right in. That's game manages to join as well. This is great for the extra power. And that puts us in 4-2. We only have 4.5 minutes left to go. Even that round took us about 5 minutes. So if we want to win here, we really have to put that in reserve. This match is the typical UGC standard CP5 rules, and in that it's first to 5. So if they manage to cap another point, then they win. Also, if the map goes on for an hour, that's two halves, half an hour each, then whoever has the most points at that time also wins. So we have 4 minutes until the game is actually over, or until they score another point.
Time has been added.
Doctor!
Fortunately, things just don't go very well for us here. We lose the mid fight, and we look like we're losing second. I also mess up the little parkour jump twice. But we decided no, forget it. Let's just be ruined. Even our heavy tries it. It's one of those things that you can normally get, but then we get ambushed. And I don't think our heavy notice does some hesitant to the falls. We're on here trying to take second in a way of protecting last. I think they just walk right in and kill us again. But we do get that medic, which is a great pick for us. Yeah, the heavy just walks over, even though he doesn't have a medic.
The control.
He still manages to kill both of us. Just managed to call that the Spice Pyro. Just because we can see him in the kill feed. In my kill cam rather. But we know that it's 3 minutes left. This has more become a game of we don't want it to go to 5-2.
Time has been added.
In Bonked, the UGC podcast that myself and TJB do, he predicted that this game would end 5-2 to GFM. And it's more of a matter of pride that we don't want that to happen. It also makes it more interesting for the last 2 minutes. Pretty much just... I'm pretty much dead in the situation. I mean, I got pushed off the point by the spy. And even though I managed to take second, I was pretty weak. I only really had the soldier heal, and I was standing right where a sniper could see me. The sniper in that cabin over across the map could see right to the point there. Their engineer actually manages to flank us, oddly enough, and he picks me at like 98%, which is the worst feeling on the planet. Yeah, 99. But they pop over as well.
Alert! The control point is being contested.
Unfortunately, because of that, they can walk right on to second. We don't have many classes up. Their sniper manages to pick our heavy. I don't even know why I walked out there. But we're basically playing under a minute to go. Just trying to hold this last point. They're getting really, really aggressive. I kind of get forced out here. I do get the soldier just suicides on my face. It's quite funny. But I don't know why we tried this. Went under and just instantly got killed. And then that's pretty huge because now it means we have 44 seconds to go. And the guys on the point don't have heals, they don't have overheals. No chance of them having an Uber. And they're heavy just walked in.
Our control point is being captured.
The point is so close to being captured. And that's it, with 30 seconds to go. scores 5-2 to GFM. It was, yeah, 24 seconds ago. It was a good game from them. It was really, really well played. But now we have people just talking about stuff. But yeah, that's been Season 9 of Week 2 of UGC EU Silver. It's been Gangnam Style versus GFM on CP Croissant. And yeah, it's been a really good match. They actually kind of complimented Jogget later on, our sniper, just because, yeah, it was really good from both the snipers there. That really drove the match. I think that's something that teams really need to look out for, especially us. We need to just kind of look out for snipers a lot more. It is a huge deal of damage that they can do from any kind of long distance. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative and you learned something. So thanks very much for watching.